What is up, veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to finally my review of Venom. I actually didn't see this movie until right before the second one came out, because I went and so I saw it and watched it in preparation to watch the second one. But I never reviewed it, so I figured I recently went and saw the latest one, and I wanted to review the ones that all three of the movies, but I haven't got around to it. So let's just review Venom. Um, let's go ahead and get into the synopsis first, like we always do here. Journalist Eddie Brock is trying to take down Carlton, I can't say that name. The founder of the Life Foundation. While investigating one of Drake's experiments, Eddie's body merges with the alien Venom, leaving him with superhuman strength and power. Twisted, dark, and fueled by rage, Venom tries to control the new and dangerous abilities that Eddie finds so intoxicating. Okay, I don't know if that's really a good synopsis of the film, to be honest, but hey, let's just talk about it, I guess. So going into this movie, I've heard good things from most people, and most people I know like this movie. And when I watched it, I basically thought the same thing. I thought it was fun. I thought it had some fun action. Thought the CG was pretty good. I liked Venom and Eddie's dynamic. Looking back at the film, though, some of the dynamics and some of the character progression and stuff is a little odd, but this is one of those movies where, like, the thing that holds this movie back the most is the fact that it is PG-13. This movie, and I'm pretty sure the filmmakers wanted it to be R, and you can tell there are points in the movie where, like, yeah, this should have been R. This movie should have been R-rated. And it would have been, but I get kind of like why the studio decided not to do that. I think the filmmakers really wanted it to be R as well, but the studio was like, nah. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's right, but I could be wrong. But regardless of if that's how it is or not, this movie should have been R-rated. It would have made the movie a lot better, in my opinion. But I think the design of Venom in this looks pretty good. It's kind of unique. It's still looks like Venom, but like it has its own unique design from the comics and cartoons and games and stuff in the past. I think it looks good. And it's also just, I think the CGI at points can look a little meh, but overall, I think the movie is just, I think it's just okay, or I could even say it's good. I don't hate the movie or anything. I did enjoy what I got out of it. I think what is the actor's for Eddie Brock's name? Tom Hardy. I think Tom Hardy does a good job as Venom, as Eddie and everything, and I think Venom has some good moments. There's actually some decent comedy in here at points. But overall, I think the movie is just okay. I guess I could like argue and say go as far as to say it's good, but I liked it. But I don't know if I'd go as far as to say it's like great or anything. But I do think it's interesting. The villain is not really a strong suit in the movie. It's basically another symbiote, which I think is not. It just feels like we're fighting another Venom. So, but I don't know. It just didn't feel like I cared that much about the villain. And also, Eddie has like this love interest that he loses and everything, and that's something that I don't really mind or anything, or I just don't really care about it that much. But overall, I think the movie does a decent job at being a Venom movie. I just think it could have been done so much better. I think there's like if there was more, if the movie was R-rated, probably could have helped the movie. And also, if they took a few more pointers from the actual comics of like of Venom and Eddie Brock and everything, there could have been but they wanted to go for a lot more like lighthearted stuff, which I guess I get it. But this movie personally, I'm just not too keen on. Well, I can't say that. I like it. I would watch it again and everything. It's not anything special. I think the movie is good. I don't think it's bad or anything. I think some of the action could have been a little bit better. Like there's this scene when he's fighting these people in like with all this smoke and like gas around everything, and it could have been a lot cooler than it was, but I still think the action is pretty good. There are some shots that are just like a lot of just like woo, fast paced. You kind of like can't really tell what's going on. Like there's a lot of that in this movie. But overall, I think it's just a fine movie. I don't think it's bad. I genuinely just cannot say this is a bad movie. But I like Tom Hardy in it. I think he does a good job. I like the voice for Venom. Who voices Venom? Let's see. Don't see. Not really listed here. But whoever does the voice for Venom, I like. And there's also a side character that I do like that makes appearances in the other movies, Mrs. Chen. She's a fun character and everything. I think they do a fun little job with that character. I like her. But that's mostly all the positives I can really say about the movie, what I've already said. Like I said, the CG and the way Venom moves and everything, especially when he's like the symbiote, like not attached to Eddie. It's like the whole symbiote moving and everything. I like the way that looks. It looks really good. Like I said, the CG is not the best CG I've ever seen, but it's not bad. I think it looks okay. I think it looks convincing enough. And the fight scene, especially when like the first one where like Venom is like basically controlling Eddie and everything, that fight scene is probably, in my opinion, the best fight scene in the movie, because I don't know, I like it because it feels like he's kind of like being forced to do it, but also you can tell like he's like, what am I doing? I'm fighting. Yeah, it's like that. I don't know, I like that. I think the critics give this movie a 30% on Rotten Tomatoes. Audiences give it an 80. There's a big divide between the critics and the audience of this movie, and I can completely understand that. Like most people, it's like, oh, I want to see Venom do some crazy stuff and everything and all that. One thing that is a little bit bother, like the chemistry and the friendship that builds with Eddie and Venom, I feel like could have been built upon a lot better. They do a lot more better with it in the sequels, but I'll talk about those someday in the future. But overall, I think the movie just is all right, and it does what it comes to do and everything. I'm personally gonna give it a straight down the middle rating of, I might just blanked. Straight down the middle rating of, oh, I'm blanked again. 3.5, no, not 3.5, sorry. 2.5 out of 5. Right down the middle. I don't think it's a bad movie. I think it's good. I think it's an all right, a fun little action flick and everything. But I will check out the original. I mean the sequel sometime soon. I'll review it sometime soon. Hopefully in the next few weeks or so. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys liked it, let me know what you guys thought of it down in the comment section down below. I'd love to know what you guys think of this movie. It's probably that I've never reviewed it. I really thought I've already reviewed this, but apparently I have not. But we hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see each and every one of you guys in the next one. I have a bunch of other movies that I need to get around to reviewing, so keep an eye out for those reviews coming soon, hopefully. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.